Hello, budget friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa, and we are here to do our first paycheck budget for the new year. This is paycheck number 1 of January 2025. Let's jump in. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. A happy new year to you guys. I can't believe it is 2025. We are starting the year off right, you guys. So we're going to get in and we're going to talk about the money that you see in Ready to Assign. Both of our paychecks came in for $3,378.13. So let's budget this money. So before we do anything, we're going to jump back over into December. We're just going to clean up what we see here because there is 16 cents that came in interest. They have not been categorized yet, so we're going to categorize those. And then we're just going to clean December up and then talk about January. So the inflow account has some transactions that needs to be approved. So there was 2 cents that came into this account for the month of December. I'm going to approve that. My paycheck came in. This is paycheck number 1 of 26. I'm going to start marking them just so I know where I am. And you guys, it came in a little bit less than I forecast. I forecast $2,400. We came in at $2,377.97. And then I did transfer $1,000 of that over into my primary account just in case anything came against the account before I came into budget. So now we're going to reconcile this account, and the account does have $1,377.99 in it. Now into the primary account, we need to go ahead and approve some transactions that came in also. I did make a payment to Chase for $37.41 at the end of the month. So let's approve that one. Interest came in on this account for 3 cents. We're going to approve this one also. And then the $1,000 that was transferred from the inflow account here to be approved. So now let's move to reconcile this account also. $1,002.62 is the balance that's showing. We're going to call that our reconciled balance. Now into the bills account. The bills account had monthly interest of 11 cents. So we're going to approve that one. And then hubby did transfer over $1,000 into our joint checking account. And I did speak to him. As of right now, he's not able to increase that just yet. We're going to wait to see how the rest of the month play out. So we're going to reconcile this account also. $1,000.11 is our balance. Now let's move down into Chase. Chase also have some transactions to be approved. There's just one actually, because I did go to King Cullen and buy groceries and household stuff. At the end of the month, we actually needed them for $37.41. That was the payment that was made. So I'm going to approve this one and then reconcile the account also, $1,593.16. Now the Apple Card is up next. We do have one transaction here to approve. There was a payment to my Apple Card from my high yield savings account because I needed to transfer over $8.69. I didn't have any more cash available. So this came from the sinking funds because this Apple high yield savings account is where I'm saving some of my sinking funds. So let's go ahead and approve this one. And we are going to reconcile. Okay, what are we missing? We do have this payment for $2.59. Let's clear this one. Oh, and there was interest of $41.88. I did get some interest charged to this card. So we're going to approve that one. I think I have to approve these 2 transactions that came in. So this Google Cloud is not really a subscription. I did get charged a fee from Google. I'm going to categorize this under spend how I want. Good morning. I'm good. This was $3.71. So we're going to go ahead and approve that. Good morning, Lovey.
I missed you.
I miss you too.
I miss
Now we're
you
going to
from
clear this 371, and we are also going to enter this that came into the Apple Card from Erin Condren. This is something that I bought for myself for $33.84. Let's clear this one, and maybe then we'll be able to reconcile. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to leave these until they come in on their own, and we're going to move down into our Capital One number 2 card. Now, I did have to buy fuel. I'm going to put this into January on the 1st. I did spend $371.97. Let's approve that one, and let's reconcile this account, $3,318.79. We're going to reconcile that. Now, I think that's all we have except for this Apple High Yield Savings Account. So, this interest charge is not a credit card interest, it's actually monthly interest that came in. This is monthly interest. This is interest that I gained for 96 cents. We're going to approve this. And then I did make the payment to my Apple Card for $8.69. We're going to approve this one and then reconcile this account. And $216.05 is our balance. All right, now let's just jump over into the budget. We don't have anything else to do in the month of December. As you can see, $1.12. I'm going to send this down into, let's see, we're going to send this down into the rollover because I'm going to need to assign it in my true expenses. I just don't know where exactly into the true expenses it's going to go. So let's assign that into rollover. And then December is complete. As you can see, there's nothing else that was overspent. There is nothing. There is some places that's asking for money, but there's nowhere else that was overspent. So now we're just going to jump over into January and then see what we can do. It's saying we have 2 overspend category to talk about. And if you're paying attention, if you're actually watching and not just listening, you could see that I have changed up some things on the budget. I have moved some things around in categories. I'm trying to get a better picture of where the money is being spent. So when I look at my reports at the end of the month, I want to be able to see different categories. So I've broke things out. I'm just going to go through them real quick and talk to you about where I put certain categories in the budget. So I did create a next month category because my ultimate goal is to become 1 month ahead. So I do have a next month category. So far, it only has the rollover in here. But as we move through 2024, I will update this category. So next is home expenses. This used to be my fixed bills. So in home expenses, I have rent, electric, renter's insurance, cell phone, and internet. That's everything that has to do with the home as in bills. I'm not quite sure if I will want to put heating oil and propane in here just yet. I'm still thinking about it. So you may see some more changes when we come back to budget or just to talk about what's happening in the month. Next is subscription. So everything that's a subscription, whether it's a annual subscription or a monthly subscription, falls into this category. So we have HP Inc., Peloton, Google, iCloud, SiriusXM. Then I have, those are the monthly ones. So then I have all of the annual subscriptions. So Capital One annual fee, BJ's membership, debt payoff planner, YNAB, bless you, YNAB, and Microsoft 365. Those are sort of like my true expenses. I'm saving for those throughout the year, but those I do have those under subscription also. Next up is loans, and this used to be the main focus where all my loans are. The only loan that's not in here, and I'm still trying to battle between whether or not I want to put it in here, which is my auto loan. So I have the student loan, my upgrade personal loan, and lending club personal loan. So I'm still trying to figure out if I should put my auto loan in this category too, Let me know what you guys think. Would you let it remain in transportation, which is where it is right now, or would you guys put it in loans? So next is credit card payments. And as you know, YNAB create this for you. My credit card payments, I only have four cards that have a balance right now: my Chase, my Capital One number two, Apple Card, and Mattress Firm. So those are housed in their own category that I can't change. Now, next up is the transportation, and transportation has auto loan, car insurance, car fuel, maintenance and repairs for the vehicles, parking fees, and tolls. This one has not changed. Now, next is personal. This one hasn't changed either. I still have attire, braids and things, pedicure, personal products, and spend how I want. Then I have the variable spending. This used to be called my everyday spending. I have copay, dental, eating out, groceries, giving, heating oil, household goods, medication, and propane. Now I may change this up a little bit. I just have not made a full decision on what I want to stay in this category because I think heating oil and propane, I'm going to move them out to the home expenses. Next is my babies, and this one has not changed either. I have after school, the babysitter, braces, child support, clothes and shoes for the kids, fund money and allowance, gifts, haircuts, and supplies. Now the next one is miscellaneous, and under miscellaneous, I have credit card expenses, reimbursement, and unexpected spending. Now this was housed, these two on the bottom were housed in the everyday spending or the variable spending category. I have since moved those out. Now next is true expenses, and as you know, true expenses are sort of like sinking funds for me. I have all things kids, back to school, birthdays, car registration, defensive driving, home, which is anything maintenance and improvements, medical, passport renewal, school pictures, which is something that I do have to pay for every year. I did not have that in the budget last year. So I did put this in. I may move this out into the my babies category, but we'll see. When you guys come back, you may see this in a different category. Then I have self care and vacation. That's all under true expenses. Now, next up is savings. And under savings, I have cashback and I have my emergency fund. Now, cashback, I'm going to see if I can have everything that is cashback from my Apple High Yield Savings account come into this category here instead of the true expenses. So everything that was in my Apple High Yield Savings account was going into the true expenses to save up for different categories. But I think I want to break that out on its own. We'll see. And the next one is savings challenges. Now I have a $2 savings challenge and a $5 savings challenge that I started in 2024. So I do have a happy birthday savings challenge that I'm trying to complete. And then I have the zero out challenge. Now the zero out challenge, I'm going to see what I need to do with this. I haven't really made a decision on what I want to do. As you can see, there's 33 cents here. This was 33 cents that was left in my wallet. So I'm not sure what account I'm going to be rounding up and taking the last two or the last three digits from and put it into the zero out challenge. We'll see. And then there is some hidden categories down here that I'm not using right now. So I don't need to really talk about those. So let's just jump in and budget this money. The two overspent categories that we have is credit card interest that came in from my Apple Card and the heating oil. But first, what I want to do is set aside $2,500 for my rent. The electric is due for 107, and that's it for the home expenses. Everything else is due after we get paid again or within the next pay period. HB Inc. is due, and I did budget $6 for this. So let's put that there. Peloton has been paused, so we won't do anything. But Google Cloud, we are going to put $3 here. Now, as you can see, Capital One annual fee is fully funded because my Capital One number two card will be charging me that annual fee sometime in this month. I think the card is going to close either the second or the third of the month, and they will be charging the fee. So once they do, I will go ahead and pay this also along with the regular payment that I need to pay. There is nothing else that I need to do in this category for now. In the loan section, I'm going to budget $40 for my student loan. That should be coming out any day now. It was due on the 1st, but the 1st was a holiday. So it may be coming out sometime. I'm recording this video on the 2nd, so it may come out today, or I say between now and the 5th. No, I'm not going to schedule anything else in the loan section. So all the income has not come in yet. I will be getting the SSI benefits early next week. So when we come in, we'll be able to use that to budget for the rest of what you're seeing. So we can actually skip the credit card section because Mattress Firm is the first card that's due, and that's due on the 14th. Auto loan, we don't have to do anything there. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to set aside $90 for fuel. That is what I have on my budget sheet. So let's do that there. Everything else in the transportation section, we're going to wait. In the personal section, however, we are going to put, let's see, we're going to put $51 here. That is what is on my budget spreadsheet. You know what? We're just going to cut it down to 50. Let's cut this down to 50. And that's it for the personal section. In variable, we do want to put $400 into groceries. And we're going to put $50 into dining out or eating out. I think I do want to change this name. I have it as dining out. That's what we're going to do moving forward. I am going to put $50 into copay. And let's see, we have $81.97 left. Let's see about the overspending that's here. Let's cover this credit card interest for $41.88. And I know I do have this heating oil to cover. What I'm going to do is use the money that's coming in on Monday to cover this overspending. Or what I could really do, because we are moving into the weekend. So even though my check will be dropped off today, yesterday was a holiday, I could actually pull half of this, $1,250. I could pull half and use the SSI to cover that, and then use this $1,290 to cover what I need to cover here. So I'm going to cover this heating oil out of ready to assign, and that clears my overspending. And now let's see what else I need to cover, because I do want to send money to my older daughter. So let's go into my babies and send over my first payment for support for $263. Okay. Now the next thing that I have on my budget spreadsheet was to pay for my son's braces for $166. And actually, you guys, I am going to change this to $164 because I did have a talk with them. So my son had an appointment at the end of December, and when I went in, they did tell me it's not one payment that's left. It's actually two payments that's left, because we did have a 15 payment that was set up in the month of December. And I'm going to just jump into my Capital One number one card and show you here. So in December, I only paid payment 13 of 15. So because they gave me a printout, and because I thought that it was $2 for the last payment, when I looked at the contract, they did pull up the contract and showed it to me. Even though there's $2, they are billing a month behind. And I wasn't really paying attention to that, but she did explain to me and said they are billing a month behind. So the payment that I see in February would have been billed in March. So that $2 is the last payment, really, but I still have two payments left because I have payment number 14, which is due in January, and payment number 15, which is due in February. So the last payment, which is going to be in February, I'm so bummed. It's going to be for 166. That's going to be in the month of February. So we still have two payments left. So I need to put 164 here for braces, and then we have $491.12 left. What else did I put in the budget? Oh, I see. I have car insurance. So let's go ahead and budget for the car insurance. And I do still have my focus views up here, so I can always go over and click on fixed because I do budget using fixed, variable, debt, miscellaneous, and savings. That's on my Google Sheets. So I have YNAB set up like that too, that I could always just click on fixed and I will find my car insurance under this focus view. So I'm going to go ahead and put 248 for my car insurance. I still have $243.12. I'm going to put it into the rent category just so it's a little bit easier for me when we do get the SSI benefits. So here, $1,493.12. I'm going to put that into the rent category just to put us in a better position for when we get paid. So, all right, you guys, all the money has been assigned. We are down to zero. As you can see, we do have a few greens here, but we have a lot of yellows that we need to fill in throughout the month. So this is it for the first paycheck of January, first paycheck of 2025, actually. I have assigned it down to zero. So, you guys, I do wish you a happy new year. I hope 2025 brings you all your heart desires, especially financially. That's what I'm hoping for myself. And as you can see, I did set out some goals for myself here. These are the same goals that I went through with you when I did my budget overview for the month of January. I do have them just set out here. The only thing that I have in addition is to fund February's rent with January's paycheck. And that's just a rollover that was left over in the month of January to send over to February. So you guys, that's what it is. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys like the new layout of the budget. If you do, just drop me a comment down below. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to follow along with my journey and just to see us succeed in 2025. So you guys, until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye now.